They told parents vaccines were just a choice. Now Texas has dead children, a measles outbreak, and leaders who still won't admit they were wrong. This isn't misinformation anymore. It's lethal.
This for his 5 minutes, or 3 minutes, excuse me.
Thank you, sir. I want to talk about vaccines, particularly because I think that Republicans and the Secretary Kennedy is undermining vaccines in this country. My home state of Texas, we're at the epicenter of a historic measles outbreaks, where we've seen 2,000 Americans and 2 Texas kids that have been killed unnecessarily. And measles, which were previously eradicated, is one of the most deadly diseases, but there is a safe and effective vaccine for that, and I think that we all know that. Meanwhile, 15 children have died during this flu season, and 90% of them were unvaccinated. So it's not theoretical. For decades, insurers have covered vaccines based on the recommendations of independent medical experts. Those recommendations have literally saved the lives of 1 million Americans since 1994. And despite this fact, Secretary Kennedy has injected this pseudoscience into federal vaccine policy and weakened the childhood immunization schedule. The secretary says he wants to make America healthy again, but all he's doing is bringing measles back again. His actions have abandoned decades of hard scientific evidence and put children's lives directly at risk. And so I want to ask this, and I would just like to go down the line to each one of you, and we'll start here and on my right here. Yes or no? As a CEO, do you commit to covering ACIP insured vaccines on the immunization schedule prior to Secretary Kennedy's reckless changes for plan year 2026? And for what reason is your decision making that? If everybody could just go down the line, yes or no, do you plan on? And we don't have a lot of time, if we could just give you a yes or no.
Our coverages are comprehensive and supported by the same authorities you referenced, and then we allow the consumer to make a choice as to how they want to proceed. So we provide comprehensive coverage, and that is between the doctor and the—
So you're still going to be covering?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Congressman, no change to our policy. We will continue.
Congressman, we cover vaccines. We haven't changed our policy. Our vaccines, we do it as required by law, but we also look at ACIP as well as clinical societies, and that's how we make our decisions.
Our comprehensive coverage remains intact, and it's largely $0 cost to our customers in the employer market.
Yes, it's the consensus of the medical community that they're safe and effective, and so we continue to cover them.
Thank you. Well, first of all, let me just say thank you. We really appreciate that you're following the science behind all of this, and I'm glad that we can agree that, that children's lives are more important than politics. And again, not only are you following the science, I mean, you're following common sense. This stuff has been researched, and it's been a part of American life, and it's made us safer for a reason. So thank you for your commitment.
Gentleman yields back and now recognize.
Marc Veasey didn't raise his voice. He raised the truth. And the truth is devastating. Texas is ground zero for a measles outbreak that never should have existed. A disease America eradicated is back, spreading fast, hospitalizing thousands, and killing children. Not because science failed, but because leadership abandoned it. For decades, vaccine policy was guided by independent medical experts, overwhelming data, and common sense. That approach saved over 1 million American lives. It worked. It protected kids. It kept politics out of pediatric care. That system was deliberately weakened. Under Robert F. Kennedy Jr., pseudoscience has been injected directly into federal health policy. Childhood immunization schedules were undermined. Public trust was eroded. And the predictable outcome is now unfolding in real time. Dead kids, overwhelmed hospitals, and preventable grief. Veasey cut through the noise and forced insurers to answer a simple question. Will you still follow science? Every single one of them said yes. Because even corporations understand what this administration refuses to admit. Vaccines save lives. Undermining them doesn't empower families. It puts children in body bags. What makes this worse is the hypocrisy. Donald Trump once called COVID vaccines a miracle, then handed the keys of federal health policy to the loudest anti-vaccine crusader in America. Mixed signals from leadership don't just confuse people, they kill people. This isn't a culture war. It's epidemiology. When leaders undermine vaccines, vaccination rates drop. When rates drop, outbreaks surge. And when outbreaks surge, children die. That's the difference between Democrats and today's GOP. One side listens to doctors, the other listens to conspiracy theories and calls it freedom. This didn't happen by accident. It was a choice, and now the country is paying for it.